and welcome to this presentation on the undergraduate degree programs offered at the Orlando campus of Palm Beach Atlantic University. My name is Jeremy Couch. I'm the executive director for the Orlando campus, and so I'm going to be going through this presentation with you. We conduct this presentation as a virtual information session, but we're also recording it so that you can watch it on demand and learn more about the degree programs we offer here at PBA Orlando, specifically the evening bachelor's degree programs. We offer additional programs that we will be presenting in separate presentations at the graduate level, including our counseling, leadership, and graduate ministry programs. But for this presentation, we'll be focused on undergraduate. So what I'm going to do is walk through a few slides with you, cover some basic information about the university, also talk briefly about each program and give you an idea of what we offer. Before we get into the specifics, I always like to start with a few questions that I believe will be helpful to you as you're thinking about this process of going back to college as an adult, as a working professional. There are a lot of factors to consider. And we have an additional presentation that covers these in depth. We call it the 10 things that every adult must know before returning to college. But for the purposes of this presentation, I just want to give you a few questions to think about. The first being the why question, and that is getting to the heart of your purpose, understanding why you want to go back to school to complete your degree. What is that going to enable you to do as it relates to fulfilling the larger purpose that you have? And when you know your why, it's your motivation, it's your driving force. It keeps you moving towards that goal when times get tough and when you don't feel like continuing. So it's important to really think about that. Why do I want to go back to school? What is my greater, larger purpose? And then along with that is getting clarification of how your degree will help you ultimately achieve your goals. Maybe it's a specific career goal that is aligned with your purpose. You need to have a really good sense of how this particular degree is going to enable you to achieve those goals. So you really got to think that through and get some clarity and make sure that you know not only why you're doing it, but understanding how this degree is going to position you for success as it relates to your goals. Another big question is, are you willing to invest the time, energy, and money? And it's an important question to think through because it is a large commitment of your time. It's a large commitment of your energy and your resources, that being your financial resources. And obviously there is beyond a financial cost, you're giving up some things to go back to school. You're giving up time where you could be spending that elsewhere. So it's just important to think that through and make sure that you understand what you are getting into. And then lastly, what are you looking for in a college? It's important to know what values are important to you and what values do you want in a college, in a university. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a Christian university like PBA? Is that important to you? Do you want small class sizes? Do you want a private school or a public school? Or, what are the things that are important to you? Location, maybe proximity to work or home. So think through what it is you're looking for and then go out and find the college that aligns with that. And so just a few questions I always like to start with that you can be thinking about as you are evaluating different options out there. That will just help you to be well prepared going in. So let me give you a brief introduction to Palm Beach Atlantic University. We were founded in 1968 in downtown West Palm Beach. That is our home campus. We are an evangelical, interdenominational private institution. We are not affiliated with any denomination. We are an independent private institution, but we are evangelical, and that informs our decision making, and it informs our culture, and it informs our classes and the content we deliver and how we integrate a Christian worldview into all that we do. We are regionally accredited, the highest level of accreditation by SACS-COC, Commission on Colleges, for the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. And we have over 3,600 students presently throughout all of our programs, day, evening, graduate, online, and Orlando. And our Orlando campus was opened in 2001. We started our campus over at First Baptist Church of Orlando for a short period of time. And then in 2003, we moved to our present location on Millennia Boulevard, where we've been ever since, in our nice office space there of about 15,000 square feet in a beautiful building right on Millennia. So that's a little bit about PBA and the Orlando campus. And so now let me go on just to tell you a little bit more about PBA Orlando as far as who we are, what is unique about us, and our focus in Orlando is to serve adult learners. So we focus on working professionals who are going back to school. They're looking for a quality education and that's accredited, that is has been around, that's got a heritage and has great professors and brings quality to the table, but they want it in a personal and Christian environment. And that's very important to our adult learners. They want to be part of a family, a community, and that's who we are in Orlando. We're a diverse family, and that's a wonderful strength of our campus, very diverse. I love this picture of some of our graduates from a few years back, and it just represents so well the family of PBA Orlando and who we are. As far as running the campus, we have 4 professional staff who run everything from the operation, the community outreach, the admissions, the marketing, the student services, the facilities, everything that goes into managing the campus physically and there with our students, and then also externally as far as being out in the community and representing the campus to make sure that people know about us and they're aware of who we are and what we offer. We've got 6 full-time faculty across different disciplines, and then we have over 20 adjuncts who teach various courses for us throughout the year. I mentioned student services. We've got things like a writing center, student resource center, where we provide coaching, career help, academic coaching. We want to help position our students for success. And so that involves us providing services that are going to do just that, that are going to come alongside you and help you succeed in the classroom and position you for success after you graduate. You might be a working professional, but at the same time, you might be looking for a new job and need some help in that area. And then we also have a library on campus where we have a number of holdings, and we provide services right there on the campus with our physical library, as well as a partnership with our West Palm Beach Warren Library there at the main campus, that where they're able to send books to our students. So we've got a nice system to support our students there. And then, of course, our online library is vast. So the resources are there to help you succeed. Also, just want to point out, because we are a community and we are a family, we love to do things on campus beyond the classroom. We love to offer various workshops, seminars, conferences, everything from our ministry forum to our servant leadership conference to counseling workshops to our student appreciation week, our welcome week, we call it final week fellowship, where we gather at the end of the semester to celebrate and just bless our students. But again, just to be around one another and encourage and support one another is a wonderful thing. So that's part of our culture. It's part of who we are. Now I want to talk briefly about our 3 main bachelor's degree programs designed for working professionals. They are our bachelor's in organizational management, community psychology. Then we have a ministry degree as well as a BA in Christian Studies. Those are two different degrees, but they're very similar. And I'll get into that in just a minute. All of these programs are 120 credit hours. So they are full bachelor's degree programs. Generally, that would take 4 years. But in our environment, most of our students are coming in with some credits. If not, there are some methods and some ways for you to utilize some of your work experience if you've been working for years and you've accumulated credits to get some transfer credits. And I'll talk about that more in a minute. Generally, our students attend 2 nights per week. So they would take 2 classes. Our classes are 8 weeks. And so you would come 2 nights per week. That would be 2 different classes. And at the end of 8 weeks, you would start 2 more classes. So you would complete 4 classes in a semester, which is 12 credits. You could also do a combination of on-ground and online, just depending on how you wanted to structure your schedule. And if you didn't want to come 2 nights, but wanted to maybe do one remotely, that's always an option as well too, because our programs are offered online as well as on ground. So let me talk briefly about the Bachelor of Science in Organizational Leadership. This is really a very versatile degree, and it's versatile because it prepares you to lead in really any setting. An organizational leadership degree prepares you for the business world. It prepares you for the nonprofit world, for the church world, for government, education. You know, it's a very broad-based degree because it's covering everything from management, leadership, communication, conflict, business writing, everything, finance, everything you would need to have a very well-rounded professional degree that would, again, prepare you for various industries. So it's not industry specific, and it's broad. So it has advantages in that you can apply it anywhere. And leadership, again, is needed in all sectors. So whether you're leading a church or you're leading a team in a business, you're going to be able to apply these skills, and this degree is going to prepare you well to be a more effective leader, to be a more effective manager, or just a more effective professional. We've got a new concentration that we're launching in the fall of 2020 in hospitality leadership. So that particular concentration has courses that will help prepare leaders specifically within the hospitality sector, covering everything from customer service to global tourism to special events and programming and a few other things. So very excited about launching that to prepare those individuals who want to go into more of a hospitality career or who are already in hospitality, but they want to advance. Some sample courses just to give you an idea of, what kind of courses would I take, group and organizational behavior. Again, you find that in every type of organization. Global leadership, so important, understanding the global implications of leadership today, dynamics of change is all around us. And if there's one constant, it's change. So those are just a sampling. You can visit our catalog online for each of these programs to get a full list of all the courses. Just wanted to give you a brief overview. The next program is our Bachelor of Science degree in Community Psychology. This is really a program that is designed for people who have a passion to help others in their spiritual, their mental, and their physical well-being. And it's community psychology because it is helping really position you for working maybe in the community. Maybe it's at a community agency. Maybe it's in a social work type of environment, or a nonprofit that's serving the needs of the community. Or maybe it's preparing you to go on to grad school to become a counselor or to work in social work, whatever your path might be. But certainly just with the bachelor's alone, it can prepare you for a job where you are working in a capacity where you are helping people. So it's very much a helping profession type of degree. Some sample courses: survey of mental health disorders, skills and ethics in the helping professions, and then a community psychology course that will cover all of these different areas related to community psych. So this is relatively new for us, and we're excited about this program because we believe that it's very much going to help people prepare for careers where they are going out to serve others in the helping professions, and maybe ultimately go on, like I said already, to a grad program where they can take those skills to an even higher level. So this is a perfect degree to position you for that path. Next is our BA in Ministry / Christian Studies. Again, very similar degrees. Essentially, the ministry program is preparing you for vocational ministry. And if you want to go the path of becoming a vocational pastor, minister, serving in a position in church, or maybe going on to graduate school to advance your studies in a divinity program, then the ministry program is for you. The Christian Studies program, very similar, but it's probably more designed for someone looking for bivocational. They're doing their normal job, but they love ministry and they want to enhance their knowledge of the Bible and understanding how they can apply that more to their life and develop spiritually. Then the Christian Studies program might be a better path for you if you're wanting that biblical ministry education, but you're not looking to go the path of ministry for a career. Some sample courses here would be evangelism and apologetics, interpreting the Bible, church and society, to name a few, to give you a taste of what this program is all about. So those are our three main bachelor's programs. Again, I mentioned earlier that you could use experience potentially to help you with your credits. So let's say you have accumulated a lot of work experience. Maybe you have obtained licenses. You have done a number of certificate programs throughout your years. Those credits could transfer in the form of what we call professional education credits. And there's a process you go through to submit the documentation and complete the paperwork to get credit applied based on a review of what you've submitted. And those credits would come in as electives. They wouldn't substitute for your coursework. However, they would apply to your 120 credit hours. So you would still have to meet the requirements of the degree in the form of your general education studies and your core classes. But then if you have elective credits that you still need to get to the 120, that's where your PEC, as we call them, your PEC credits could come in to help. So that's something to keep in mind if you're thinking, hey, I don't have any credits, I never went to college, but I've been working for 20 years, or I've obtained some licenses and things like that. It can still help you. Briefly, let me talk about admissions. How do you get into one of these programs? Well, it's very straightforward. You have an online application. In that application, you submit a writing sample, an essay that you'll be given a prompt to, and you need to respond to that, and that'll help us to assess your writing ability. And then we need your transcripts from the colleges you have attended. And if you haven't attended college, then from your high school. So that's it. You submit those three things, complete those steps, and you will have submitted everything you need. Then it goes through our admissions review process, and then we determine if you are accepted into the program. And then once you are, then we sit down, go over your classes, your options for classes, help you with your schedule, work with you on financial aid, and get you ready to start. And speaking of financial aid, I'll talk briefly about our tuition as well as the financial aid process. The tuition for our program is $470 per credit hour. but we do have some scholarships and grants to offset that. I'll talk about that in a minute. You must complete the FAFSA first in order to get financial aid. And the FAFSA stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It's through the federal government, and this will provide the information to the school necessary to determine what you are eligible for as it relates to aid. There's a scholarship that we offer to full-time undergraduate students that is $4,000, which is a significant amount. It's $4,000, and that's divided between the fall and the spring, and that helps to significantly lower your costs. In addition to that, there's a grant from the state of Florida. As long as you've been a resident for 12 months, you'll be in your full time. That is, you're taking 12 credits. You can get $2,800 divided over the fall and the spring. So right there, you've got a lot of money that's going to offset your costs. Beyond that, you might be eligible for Pell Grant. That's need-based, and that's totally based on your FAFSA. That's not a decision that's made by the school. That is based on your financial need. That is calculated through your completion of the FAFSA. And then beyond that, there are student loans, of course, that you can utilize. Again, though, based on your FAFSA, your classification, if you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, a senior, those factors determine how much you're eligible for. And of course, if you have access to tuition reimbursement, there you go. That's another great thing to take advantage of. If you have that at your job, that's something you absolutely want to use and make sure that you are taking advantage of to help you offset your costs. We'll help you with this whole process. We'll walk with you through getting the FAFSA done and navigating that and the paperwork and making sure that you're ready to start classes and that all your finances are in order. And so I just want to wrap up by saying, if you're ready to go, there's no reason to delay. You can apply today at apply.pba.edu /apply. You would select the undergraduate adult accelerated degree application, and we'll waive your application fee. So that'll save you right there, and then we'll expedite the process for you. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to us here at PBA Orlando and contact us, and we will be glad to assist you, to walk you through the process, to do a virtual admissions meeting with you. We'd be glad to sit down with you and just help you however we can. We want to set you up for success. We want to help you answer the key questions that you need answers to in order to make an informed decision and move forward with your educational goals. So please let us know how we can assist. I want to say thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this, and I hope it's been helpful to you as you learn more about PBA Orlando, and just hope that you will reach out to us and let us know how we can help you pursue your goals and fulfill really your purpose and your calling in life, whatever that might be. We would love to partner with you and help make that a reality. So thanks again for joining me today.